And we are back. Mamaw Reviews. Our first post-Harry Potter episode.
Yeah, we miss Harry, don't we?
We do. So, today, me and my sister happened to be watching Doctor Who.
Yes.
And you kind of joined in, so I figured the internet might be interested in your thoughts on that. I don't think you knew quite what to make of it.
I don't. It was completely, it was even different than Harry Potter was. It was about aliens, and they come down in that box and get out of it. And the girl just grew up really fast, Amy. She was just, when she first took her flashlight and went out there when that box lit in her yard, and there that man got out of it, and there was a crack in her wall, in her room. And I don't think I ever figured out.
Well, they don't really find out in that episode what exactly was going on with the crack in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
They ask some questions, and they find out that Prisoner Zero, the villain of the episode, came through it, but they don't know what put it there. And if you know the Doctor, you'll know that he's the type of person that's going to go looking for answers to that sort of question.
Now, he really changes in a hurry, that Doctor.
He does. But he had just changed rather dramatically at the beginning of that episode, so he was a whole new man.
Yeah, well, it was, I don't think it would hold my interest, what I've seen. Of course, tonight was the first time I've ever, I had heard of you all speaking to Doctor Who, but, the first time I actually saw him or anything.
Yeah, well,
and he's not as good looking as some of them other.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a downside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Amy was pretty.
Yeah, she was. So, I think there's.
He might be better looking himself if he didn't, have all those crazy ways.
Yes, he's pretty alien. What did you think of that whole scene where he's introducing himself, running around, trying to figure out who he is?
I tell you what I thought. I thought if I'd been that little girl, I'd have hightailed it back to my room.
She's pretty tough.
In fact, she is. She's a very brave little girl. She hangs in there with him.
She does, yeah. So what do you think of him, though? He kind of is finding himself throughout the episode, sort of.
Well, he's just, I can't think of anything but weird. He's just simply a weirdo.
Do you like him?
Well, I can't answer that hardly, because I've just been introduced to him tonight, and I don't want to judge him. I did some judging in Harry Potter that, didn't turn out right.
Yeah.
And now I've been reading this book, Sense and Sensibility. This guy comes back and apologizes, and
what sort of person does he strike you as? Does he strike you as a good or a bad person?
I think he's good, but he's a nut.
He does save the world.
I think he's a good nut.
I guess that pretty much summarizes it.
Yes, I think he's a good nut, from what I have observed.
Yeah.
Because through getting to watch, I guess, the whole episode.
Yeah.
Him and that little girl was still hanging out together. So he must have been.
Of course, she wasn't so little by the end there. He starts out with her.
About 14 years.
Yeah, but he hops in his time machine and accidentally, misses. And so she's understandably rather ticked off at him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she's trying to figure out exactly how she's going to relate to him, and he's telling her, "Look, I don't have time. We have to save the world."
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he can ever save it or not.
Oh, he does. He just gets into a number of hijinks.
Have you seen them all the episodes?
Almost. Well, almost all the new Who episodes.
How many are there in all of the Doctor Who? Several?
Several.
Really?
Really.
Yeah. When I liked when they were there in the hospital and there was different people in hospital beds.
Yeah.
What happened to them?
Well, they were okay. It's just that an alien had been using their dreams to mask itself. And of course the doctor helped him get caught by broadcasting the number 0 all over the world, and then pinpointing it and saying, "Here's your guy. Police, come and get him." Of course, at the same time, he had to go have a word with those alien police.
Yeah.
He goes up there and he tells them, he says, "This Earth is protected. I'm going to take care of it." And he says,
He is a good doctor.
He is a good doctor most of the time. I mean, nobody who has that long a life and that many faces and personalities can be good all the time. But
No.
you know, he's the 11th.
The 11th.
You're watching the 11th Doctor.
My goodness.
Yes, he's.
Is this on TV?
It is on TV. Yes,
It is on TV.
he's 907 years old.
Oh my. A strange thing about it was him in that box. You would have thought that if he was an alien, that he would have been in some kind of a spaceship.
You'd think so. What do you think it tells you about him that he's not in a spaceship like that? What do you think it says about him that he's...
Then he's maybe an Earth person.
Maybe.
Maybe he's an Earth person.
It seems that he's a little affectionate towards Earth.
Mhm,
Because, you know, he doesn't have to...
And in a lot of ways, he seems human.
He does, yeah.
In a lot of ways. Yeah, and he's really, that little girl, he's really thrilled her.
Yeah, yeah.
Even back at the very beginning, she was taken away with him, you know.
Yeah. So, you understand the time travel bit, though, that he manages to miss for 12 years, comes back, and then he leaves again, and he manages to miss again by 2 years. Then when he comes back, she's in bed, and she comes out there and gets mad at him. She says, "It's been 2 years." And she says, "Well, can you get me back before tomorrow morning?"
Yes.
Yeah. And why do you think she wanted to get back before the morning?
And because she's going to get married.
That's it, yeah. Yep.
That's
So,
her wedding dress.
in that 2 years, she'd gotten engaged to somebody.
I wonder who.
Oh, well, there's some clues in this episode, because he turns up. The fiancé turns up. It's in some form in this episode. There were several guys in there.
Was there any of them really good looking?
Well, they're... I guess that depends on
Your taste.
your taste. Yeah, I'm not sure what you thought of the doctor. Did you think he was good looking?
Not really.
Too much of a nut.
He was too much of a nut. He was a nutty buddy. He was silly. Oh, in a lot of ways.
Did you think he was funny, though?
Funny, yeah.
You enjoy him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I enjoyed it. I just go right along with whatever y'all put out for me.
Well, I don't think we'll watch the whole series, but maybe we'll put an episode in there every once in a while. I think there are some you'd like more than others. What did you think of his spaceship, though, once she finally got inside of it? Is there anything you noticed?
Well, it was pretty tidy, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty tidy in there.
Yeah?
Yeah, me, if I got in there with him, we didn't even fly away.
Tidy,
I can't understand well, it's just a movie. But you have to wonder what made it lift up off of Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nothing like an airplane.
It just disappears. And then it pops up again. It's a time machine.
And then when it comes down to Earth, it just lands.
Yeah.
But there was some fire, wasn't there?
There was some. There were some issues with his previous regeneration, so he caused some problems. Though I'll tell you, I guess one of the things I wanted to ask was about the size of the inside of the TARDIS. Was there anything you noticed about that?
About what?
The size of the inside of the spaceship.
Well, it was very big.
There we go.
It was very big.
Yes, we're getting there.
Yeah. From looking at it on the outside, it looked like a little, like a good size refrigerator. It looked about the size of
Yeah,
a
but
refrigerator.
the inside was.
But when they opened their doors and went inside, there was all kind of everything. It was pretty modern.
I tried. It was bigger on the inside.
Oh, much bigger.
Much bigger on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did you expect when you heard the name of the show, though? Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
You'd heard of it.
Well, I've heard of Dr. Oz, so much. And I've watched him some, I mean, he's just a regular doctor.
Not an alien.
And he's not an alien.
Not as far as we know.
And not as far as we know. But many people are creepy. But this guy, it was... Well, I actually, when it said Doctor Who, I thought he would be a doctor of some kind, maybe a psychiatrist that would work with people, and not at all that I didn't know at all that he was going to be an alien. And
he's quite an eccentric dresser too. Of course, he in the end he gets him a bow tie.
Yeah,
I remember.
well, now he was dressed like a human. I prefer a necktie
Mm-hmm.
to bow ties. I do.
Yeah, he had one on at first, but bow ties are kind of one of the things he's famous for.
Mm-hmm.
And that line in particular, bow ties are cool.
Yeah, bow ties are okay, but
Bow ties are okay.
yeah, well, they'll pass.
Mm.
They'll pass. Now,
So,
if you could
Jackson.
just go out there and get in your vehicle and push a button and go up in space and drop off at the college.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Mhm.
I should try that sometime.
Yeah. Take me with you.
But we better wrap though, cause
Yes.
And
Good night.
I have the perfect line for us.
Mhm.
Geronimo.
Love you.